Let's kick things off with Sinclair Law Office Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is powered by Sinclair Law Office.
Our favorite Game of the Week takes us to Henderson for a rivalry that's close to my heart as the Lions faced off against the state finalist Kilgore Bulldogs. James Grant, he joins us live from Lions Stadium to show us what went down in the latest chapter of this storied East Texas rivalry. James, take it away.
Hey, Garrett, joining you live from H-Town. A lot of people may remember last season, Henderson went into Kilgore. They were heavy underdogs and pulled out a 33-30 win on the road over the Bulldogs. It was a big-time upset and one that actually changed Kilgore's season for the better. The Bulldogs used that as motivation the rest of the way, made it all the way to the 4A D1 state championship game where they lost to Salina. But an instant classic last year, big upset by the Lions on the road last season. And you knew tonight the Bulldogs remembered that game last season and were ready to return the favor here at Lions Stadium in Henderson. So let's go ahead and look at those highlights to see how this one went down here tonight. Again, in the latest edition of one of the great rivalries in the Piney Woods, the 4-1 Henderson Lions hosted the fellow 4-1 Kilgore Bulldogs in a District of Doom showdown tonight. It was also a rematch of last year's upset win by Henderson in Kilgore. Kilgore with the ball early. Bulldogs QB Kason Brooks hands it to Rayshawn Williams, and Williams hits the hole before he turns on the Jets, and Williams hits the next level as he sprints his way into the end zone on the long touchdown run, and Kilgore takes a 6-0 lead on Kilgore's extra point attempt. The Bulldogs kick was blocked by the Lions, and Henderson's Lamarian Coleman picks it up for Henderson. He takes it all the way back for 2 points as the Lions make it a 6-2 game on the defensive 2-point conversion. Kilgore threatening up 6-2. Brooks throws it up for the end zone. And how about the contested catch by Texas State commit LaKelion Graves, who hauls in the touchdown reception, but Kilgore in front 13-2. Henderson with the ball now. Blake Meeks in at quarterback. Meeks lets one fly deep down the near sideline where LaKelion Graves is able to run it down for the interception, giving Kilgore the ball back. Dogs up 13-2. Kilgore looking to capitalize on the Lions turnover. Brooks keeps it himself and pushes his way across the goal line and in for the Bulldogs touchdown as Kilgore extends its lead to 20-2. Kilgore led 20-5 heading into the half, and the Bulldogs continued to dominate in the second half. As we look at the final score of this one, Kilgore wins it 27-12 over Henderson. That Bulldogs defense was ferocious again tonight, not allowing a Lions touchdown all night long. Caught up with Kilgore head football coach Clint Fuller and some of their key players after the game. They all talked about how much they remembered last year's defeat to the Lions at home and how much they wanted to return the favor here at Lions Stadium tonight.
Well, I'll be lying if our kids weren't a little extra motivated after last year. It's a rivalry game, so both teams are going to be motivated, and that helps with the preparation during the week. Kids, their attention's there and their focus is there, which is great. But, we understood it's a rivalry game is also a really important game in the district race, and so to go 2-0 was a big leg up for us trying to get into the playoffs.
We wanted it bad. Ever since we lost, we've been talking about this game forever. So really, that's what's been on my mind.
Oh, it's always a good game versus Henderson. The rivalry goes back, as far as I can remember before I was born. So it's always good to play those guys. And then, they did get over it. They got us at home. And, that left a bad taste in our mouth. So this week, all week during practice, we was preparing to, get our get back.
Garrett, you heard it. Garrett, you heard it right there. A lot of mutual respect between these two teams. I got to tell you, Henderson fought hard tonight. This is a Kilgore team that many predict will return to the state title game in December. They looked every bit like the team that went all the way last year. But Henderson hung in there. They had a pick six. Jacorian Harper late in this one in the fourth quarter made it a 15-point game. But Kilgore's defense, again, just too strong tonight for the Lions to really ever get anything going on offense. And the Bulldogs' offense, Brooks, Graves there on the outside, Rayshawn running the ball. They made plenty of plays here tonight to get a big win on the road in tonight's rematch. Now, Henderson, they move to 4-2 on the season. The Lions will look to bounce back at Maybank next Friday night. Kilgore, they improved to 5-1, 2-0 in district, and they got the big one at home against Chapel Hill next Friday night. Going to be a good one at RE St. John. For now, I'm live here in Henderson where Kilgore wins the latest edition of the rivalry against the Lions 27-12 Bulldogs.